Thank you.
Gentleman yields. Chair now recognizes Mr. Stanton for 5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I want to thank the Inspectors Generals for being here today. This is an important hearing, and you're doing very important work. We have a duty to stand by our allies to support the Ukrainian people as they defend themselves against the tyrant's unprovoked assault on their sovereignty. Helping Ukraine win this brutal, atrocious war is essential for the future of security in Europe and for preserving democracy in the face of autocracy around the globe. But this committee also has a duty to the American taxpayer to make sure that every single dollar of assistance is spent the way Congress intended, that every single person and every single weapon, sent to aid Ukraine, every single weapon is properly accounted for and does not fall into the hands of bad actors. Now, Congress and the Biden administration built in extensive oversight mechanisms for that very purpose, including the fact that Congress, number one, voted overwhelmingly to require a monthly update to Congress on U.S. security assistance provided to Ukraine. Two, your work with our allies to track all weapon systems before they leave the U.S. and once they are in Ukraine. This includes on-site inspections, which restarted in October. And three, the Department of Defense, State Department, U.S. Agency for International Development created a joint strategic oversight plan. The oversight activities done as part of this plan found that all direct financial aid given to the Ukrainian government was in line with congressional requirements and federal control standards, and that the various United States government's oversight offices, more than 17, are working together to provide comprehensive oversight and regular updates to the American people. But as part of the Joint Strategic Oversight Plan, the Department of Defense's Office of Inspector General found that there is room for improvement in overseeing enhanced end-use monitoring items to trust but verify that arms like Javelin missiles or tools like night vision goggles end up where they are supposed to. Now, by necessity, the U.S. has a limited presence in Ukraine, but we all agree that it is absolutely essential this work is completed regardless. With that in mind, Mr. Storch, can you tell me more about how the Department of Defense Office of Inspector General conducts oversight over the enhanced end-use monitoring items in Ukraine?
Absolutely. Thank you for the question. And it is an area in which we are laser focused and will continue to be as long as this continues. So we have sent teams out to the region to gather information regarding what is a evolving situation, obviously. You mentioned our 2020 report where we looked at the way in which end-use monitoring was done, and it generally was compliant. Though there were some issues with the night vision devices. We made some recommendations on that. Most of those have been closed. Then we had the report that came out last fall. Very different situation, ongoing hostilities, war going on. And so we found that under those circumstances that the department was not able to meet what were then existing requirements for EUM, although there were other things, and this is where it gets classified, that the department was doing to keep track of the weaponry that was provided. But the situation continues to change as staffing in the country continues to change. So we have ongoing our third evaluation in this area. And as we are looking to do agile reporting to get out some of those results as we continue to work on the overall project. And then we're already starting to plan for the next one. So I would say it's an iterative process. We're continuing to evolve as the nature of the assistance evolves. We have also, I would say, been able to use the lessons that we learned during COVID, frankly, in terms of how to do some of the remote type of oversight, as we all throughout the world had to learn to do things a little bit differently, right? And so we've been able to apply some of that to our work. And then looking to the future, as has been testified to, we believe it would be helpful to have people posted in country, and we have also engaged the process to start that ball rolling so that we're able to have people in country are able to interact on a regular basis, both with our American military folks in country and with the Ukrainians to make sure that the end use monitoring is done. So it's ongoing, it's evolving, and it's robust.
Thank you. And on the issue of staffing, Ms. Shaw, there was only a limited number of civilians allowed at the U.S. Embassy in Kyiv due to security concerns. How is that affecting U.S. oversight of assistance to Ukraine, and what do you think should be the appropriate staffing levels at the embassy?
Thanks for that question, and I realize we're short on time, so I'll try to be concise. We are to date able to produce the oversight that we need to. We've been creative. We've used some remote technologies. We've also engaged with people as they've cycled out of Ukraine into Poland. But we are looking to secure positions in Kyiv. That will be hugely helpful, especially for our future work. I don't have an opinion yet on the staffing levels at the embassy. We are doing ongoing work looking at embassy operations. But I do know that in the lessons learned report that we published, that staffing considerations are very important, and so we were happy to arm the department with some of the lessons learned from our past work to help inform these decisions.
Thank you very much. I yield back.
Gentleman yields back.